First of all, I'd like to apologize that in the previous video, my hello gamers wasn't enthusiastic enough, so let's try better. Hello gamers! What's up, boys? I feel like it's only mandatory, since we did the other American heavies, that we finish it off, the tier 9 run on the American heavies with the T54E1, a tank that I did like playing, but just like every auto loader, this is very hard to play properly, because you need to do the proper shell management, and peek at the right times and expose at the right times. All of this is a pretty high difficulty level. If you don't want to spam APCR on this tank, that's up to you. Normally, an autoloader 4 shells performs best, especially AP against APCR. With APCR, I brought some AP shells so that you know, the chatters who always complain about my premium ammo usage are not gonna be too unhappy. And I'm going north here, but like I have very little teammates with me actually, which is kind of scary. I do have a CC with me, which makes me happier. If I spot an E75 or something, I'm instantly intuitioning to APCI. That's just the way it is, especially when you want to connect all 4 of your shells, because you kind of have to connect those. It is just the way forward. But we did get Steps Assault, and on Steps Assault, going north is just the best, especially like if you're in like in a Cairn or something. I would always go north because you can play hold down and play from that point on. Now there's a chart for Tour here, who is in a... And we get instantly penned by a BZ, which is a fun tank to play against. Okay, so the chart is not going to make another mistake apparently. I'm going to go towards the end now. I'm keeping my 3 shots here to potentially do the big damage, right? We do have a shot pack covering us, which is, you know, which is okay. And maybe I have enough gun depression from the end to potentially make my clip against somebody. Doesn't look that way though. I thought maybe I'd have enough gun depression for the E1, but the TNH, but it doesn't look that way at all. And this is gonna be pretty hard for me to play from now. I mean, I would love to clip the short for tour, but I cannot peek this. TNH is still on reload though. I cannot do that. I am going to be reloading here. Now I'm very low HP, which is really unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do with the HP that we have. Which is what I'm going to tell you already. Probably not too much, but we'll give it our best. We'll give it our best and see how it goes. Patience here is going to be our biggest ally. TNH is now pushing up. E75 misses a shot. He's pushing up as well. Maybe it's potential for the red line play again here when they're going to be distracted, but it looks like the TNH is keeping track of our movement rather well, and there's of course a BZ sitting there, which is you know, never fun. And yeah, as you can see, the TNH just really watching us. I have found an angle against the TNH though. Not against the BZ. And there's still a char sitting there, so that is really, really unfortunate for us. And I don't know how I'm gonna get any damage in here. I really just don't see an opportunity to do anything. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah. And now what do you do here? I mean, I can't peek the super pushing. I mean, I could if he reverses out, maybe get a free shot, but I gotta be very careful from their other tanks. Probably spotted me as well. Yeah, he did spot me. And the super pushing is about to the worst possible thing for us. If I kept my HP, I could have actually gone on the left here and clipped E75, but since I don't have any HP, it's just not really that simple. And again, the super person does not want to peek, neither should he. The BZ is sitting there perma aiming. Although, I see a small opportunity here. Pretty good clip actually. Pretty good clip against the BZ. Making him lower HP. We had a good time in there when the super pushing wasn't peaking anymore. But that was good for us. Of course he's going to be watching us now, but yeah, but the APCR, it's not great APCR because it's 310 penetration. You gotta remember that. I would need the BZ to die. Or we need to somehow cross and spot it. Good pen against the super pushing, no? E75 wants to peek us, we don't want anything to do with that. Good shot there from the CC. I need a T54 to peek and get us information on what's happening behind us. It's such a shame that the BZ is just sitting there. Yeah, I think the BZ just fired. Missed that one though. Missed that one too. Missed that one. At least he didn't pen us. We keep a little bit more of HP. Good shot there from the. Good shot there from the CC. I mean, we're still alive. Like I said, it's super important. Especially because we can maybe peek the BZ in some way. Oh, the Sharfeter is in the middle now. Well, that's very bad for us. He dies though to the shitback. We get some assist out of this. TNA track growing up. E75 fired. E75 is dead. BZ is not currently looking at us. Give one to the BZ. Finish the BZ. Now my team will start aggroing the TNH, but of course I don't want to die here. TNH will probably fall. Okay, we instantly reload here, and we have 2.6. It's been a really hard game, but there's a bit of a possibility for slightly more. They're pushing 9-0 line, which is not really something that I care or worry about. 4 of their tanks are there though, at least the ISU and the SCRV on this side of the map, and I gotta hope that my char decides to push through, because, you know, time is low, it's only 2 minutes left. I would need somebody to continue pushing this and get a spot somehow. I mean, I understand that my char is going towards 9-0 line, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's that useful. My CC should start pushing up. He is. I should spot it. I can kill him. I will have him, don't worry. I get the ISU. I'm gonna force one more reload here. On 1 minute 33k. I mean, it's, again, it's not a great result, but it shows the strength of staying alive, I think, which is also a very important skill. I mean, staying alive, being useful. We did a lot of damage after. We already dropped a low HP in a hard scenario, and now the SRV gets spotted out. I still have reload for 5 more seconds. A good shot from the CC. CC will probably kill him, I would assume. Okay, he won't. We killed the even 90 though. We wait for the try. SRV turning around. We kill him. We don't really have time to cap anymore. Well, the question is, how far away did the Udas run? And this is a very big recovery though. I mean, in terms of how the game started and the recovery afterwards is pretty massive. Well, this could be anywhere though on the KLM, but I think we'll find them on time. I think we should find them. I am spotted. We got him. Whew. With 8 seconds left on the clock, we turn it around into a win. I mean, damage, not great, right? The damage is not great, but at the end of the day, it was a really good recovery. We lost all our HP earlier, which was a mistake. We should have been way more passive because we were greedy for the char. But then we did turn around into a 3.6k damage game, which is, of course, you know, not great, but for the scenario we were in, we will definitely take that. But yeah, equipment setups, HP, vents, stabs, and on the other one I'm using HP turbo stabs for mobility on like bigger maps where I need the mobility. Field mode's pretty standard. All-terrain suspension if you want it. Remember, you can attract on one shot. Aiming circle size. And then I have the view range. I don't take the extra reverse speed because I don't really need it. I don't want the extra reload time. And I don't want to decrease my reverse speed further. I just accept the clip reload as it is. Because, I mean, either way, I don't need extra reverse speed. And the decrease in reload time is not significant enough to really make a difference. But yeah, the strength here from auto orders is... Of course, if you can burst somebody down, it's amazing. It's not a T57. It doesn't really play that much like a T57 either, but it's not a bad tank. I think that's an important factor here. I really do not think that this is a bad tank, per se. So we get Pearl River. Tier 8, Tier 9, they have a Type 4, which is very slow, but they do have a Tortoise, a Skoda, and a Face that could challenge, where we have a T10, and we do have a 50p and a nice 6B, but our tier 90D is not going to be there, so we're going to be aware that if the Tortoise comes there, it could be a decently hard fight. We'll go towards 9-0 line first. Try and get a clip on somebody in the beginning. And then we'll see after that. I know it's an encounter, and I know it could go middle. It also kind of depends on where your heavies are going. If you have literally nobody going 9-0 line, it's almost always a waste of time to even attempt to go in there. But we do have 3 tanks. So T10, 50p, and me going. Yeah, with turbo, this tank is still pretty mobile. But yeah, the AP is 248 and the APC is 310. This is just bad ammo design from Wargaming though, because like, you know, there's really no downsides to shooting the APCR shells. So we'll start it off with an APCR clip because it makes sense, because we might have to fight one of their heavies first. We want to get a good clip out. I'm going to be playing towards the left still though, because committing on the right in the beginning early, if they have overwhelming numbers here, is hard. Like if you're going where the T10 is going and they like really go aggressive here, you can't run away. If you play more towards the middle and the left, you can take the winding road out of position at least. And perhaps live to fight another day from that point on. So we'll go here. There is somebody right in front of us. There was a tree faller. I think I'm going to peek up and see if I can... Wait, was there a tree faller? Am I tripping? Oh, there's nothing. I am tripping. So that means we get to wait here for the Type 4. And since I don't see anybody pushing up, I'm just going straight forward. I'm assuming that the phase 1 is just not here or in the middle, and that I can start clipping out the Type 4. And it's good that we have the PCR clip here for that. He's angling well. Get the first one. We don't want to take damage for this because we don't have to. Get the second one. Third one bouncing actually. I think he's on reload. Do the side plate. The Samurak as well. Let's get a nice 1.3k damage clip out of this. My teammates will probably deal with him in the meantime. You could assume. You want to hover around the neighborhood though in case they struggle with him. Because it's very possible that they will struggle with him. Well, let's see. I mean, the T10 is just pushing this. Phase is now arriving, so it's good that we stayed here. We still have 7 seconds left. The Type 4 has to be the first focus. Hopefully somebody else will shoot him. So we get the first one. Get the second one. Get the third one, and we'll put the last one into the phase 1 here as well, which is going to be a fine shot for us. Didn't immediately shoot there because I knew the 50 TP was coming, and I knew that the odds that he was gonna peek out in front of us, like really wide, were rather substantial. So we didn't do that for that reason. It's always okay to hold your shot there. Now we have 15 seconds left though, and I gotta be really careful here because I could get flanked from behind by the Type 59G because nobody's spotting the road, which is always something you have to keep into mind here. The phase is pushing back up. My 50 TP dies. Okay, that guy dropped off in his Skoda, which means we're going to go kill the phase now, and then we're just going to casually go back to cover behind. That should be the order of the day. Type 59 is still in the middle. Got a good pen there against him. We finish him off. We reload. We instantly reload here. And I want to get the Lanson to come with me towards the middle so we can play there. Because the squad is in a bit of an annoying position. There's a tortoise unspotted. Don't want to challenge this side here because I've talked about it before. If you challenge this side here and they have TDs unspotted, which they do, and you push out on this, you can easily get farmed from them and die. So I'd rather go back towards the middle with my Lanson, and then together we can repush the middle and I can have a really good game out of this. And again, man, people say that you know, like the only like slightly agitating thing sometimes is that, like, yeah, of course I fire a lot of premium because like it's simply like superior ammo on an autoloader like this as well. Like the choice is between AP or APCR, and you gotta tell me what the downside is of shooting this. Where the heck is he going? Oh, shooting this APCI. I was gonna say beautiful clip. Wow, beautiful clip still though. Got a few good pens against him. I'm reloading for 25 seconds now. The tortoise went on a little bit of an adventure through the map. I want the Lanson to come with me. Yes, one more shot on the tortoise. Just waiting for him to do it. Let's go, buddy.
I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Everybody left the middle though. Like there's literally nobody left in the middle. Because the Type 59 and the shitpacker are now pushing the lower side as well. The shitpacker's just gonna die for this. The Skoda timing though. But I think my Lanson's okay right now. I want to go farm the Type 59G though in return and help my teammates on the cap a little bit. Obviously has nothing to do with the fact that I could get more damage out of that. I would never be that kind of player. I would never do that. I'd never do such a thing. But yeah, let's see. Type 59G. I'm sure we'll be able to get a good clip out against him if we can respot him. Where is the Type 59G? There he is. He's gonna peek into the ISU though. Yeah, he's gonna peek into the Type 59 into the ISU. So we get a nice 5k battle out of this though. Not really anything to complain about. Good solid result. Yeah, Skoda, huh? Skoda. I'm gonna take the second shot from Skoda. I'm trying to push him so that I maybe randomly bounce one of his shells, but that ain't happening. In this scenario, just gonna be careful from ID. Gotta be careful from the Waffenträger from over there as well. I mean, we both know I'm gonna kill him and I'm reloaded. And another slightly thing about like having two ammo setups is when you're in a scenario like this. I don't have enough APCR shells to load another APCR clip, so I'm now going on to an AP clip. Even though, I mean, ideally, I would use the APCR clip to my advantage, but you know, it is what it is. 15 seconds. Don't know the HP of the Waffenträger though, but I want to support my Lanson to kill the IDs. We don't drive down here because it's a bit too risky. We can go on a second here and see. Okay, the Waffenträger is a one shot. I might have a shot against him. I do. Can aim slightly more. That is very unfortunate RNG. Gotta reverse around the corner though. I don't die against the ID. I mean, I got a nice 5k battle though. There's not really anything to be unhappy about. Gonna kill on the ID. Lanson can have the other one. Pretty solid game on the T54E1. Highlighting the strengths and weaknesses of this tank in these two battles, I would say. Nice 5.4 battle. We'll take that. We played that almost perfectly. We got a bit lucky with the third driving through the middle though, which also helped. But yeah, I'm gonna stick at it with 2 battles. I'm gonna revisit it later. I wanted to just like quickly make a video on this tank and then revisit it at a later point just to like show the highlights of strengths and weaknesses, because like these 2 kind of battles already show the strengths and weaknesses of the tank. Strength is if it gets to live for a long time and the battle goes on for a long time, it gets numerous clips out. Weakness, if you play like with me on the first battle on steps, you lose all your HP, you're all of a sudden stuck in a rather unfortunate situation where you just get rolled by the enemies. So decent battle. We will revisit this later. Just wanted to make a quick video on this tank, run it down, highlight some of the strengths, highlight some of the weaknesses. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys all for the very next one. What we'd like to see next, let me know. Peace, boys. Ciao.